The final move. The storm began just after nightfall. Thunder rolled over the isolated estate as rain hammered the windows. Inside the vast Ellison Manor, the power flickered once, then failed entirely. When the backup light surged on minutes later, Victor Ellison, the aging tycoon, was found dead in his study. He sat slouched over an antique chessboard, one hand gripping a single black pawn. Only 3 others were in the house: his lawyer, his housekeeper, and his sole heir, a quiet, serious granddaughter named Sophie. Victor had summoned them that evening without explanation, offering no details beyond a cryptic message: "Be there at 8. Everything ends tonight." The storm kept the police away for hours. Meanwhile, the trio remained, their eyes shifting between one another and the body cooling beside the fire. The housekeeper found the unopened wine bottle still sitting on the cart. No broken glass. No signs of struggle. But Victor's lips were tinged blue. Sophie explored the study, noting the subtle dust lines across the bookshelves. Some volumes had been moved recently. She spotted an old envelope on the side table, torn but empty. The chessboard drew her in next. It was mid-game, but something was off. Victor had always played alone. There were no other chairs, no notepad of past moves, no opponent. Yet a second glass stood on the desk, used. The lawyer lingered near the fireplace, silent and pale, watching. Sophie examined the board again. One piece was missing, black pawn, still held tight in Victor's fist. As the wind howled outside, Sophie pieced it together. The empty envelope once held a revised will. The untouched wine meant Victor hadn't drunk the poison willingly. The position of the chess pieces told the rest. It was a mirror of a famous match, a trap game. The final move would have cornered the opposing king. Victor had known. He'd staged the scene as a message, locking the board in a position that reflected betrayal. The missing pawn, clutched tightly, was symbolic, humble, overlooked but decisive. A pawn that could end a king. By dawn, the storm cleared. Authorities arrived. The housekeeper was cleared. She never left the kitchen. The lawyer had been left alone with Victor for 10 minutes while Sophie fetched firewood. 10 minutes was all it took. The new will, now missing, had shifted everything in Sophie's favor. The lawyer had motive, knowledge, and time. But Victor had outplayed him with one last silent move. No witnesses. No confession. Just a poisoned king, a missing document, and a pawn gripped in cold fingers, pointing quietly toward justice.